Every single second of every day, an ongoing invisible biological struggle takes place just beneath the surface of the skin. To keep a human body alive, millions of individual cells must work together in a state of highly organized, continuous harmony. But traveling alongside them in the bloodstream is a constant presence of microscopic invaders, searching for a single point of entry into these healthy cells. Of all the pathogens capable of breaching our defenses, viruses are among the most successful. Our survival depends entirely on this microscopic frontline holding its ground against a ceaseless, invisible siege. Unlike the cells they target, a virus is entirely inert. It lacks the fundamental properties of a living organism. A healthy human cell is constantly active. A nearby virus is entirely static. It cannot produce energy, grow, or independently reproduce. The cell operates like an advanced factory, utilizing a secure outer membrane, mitochondria for power, and a nucleus for instructions. To replicate, the virus must bycast physical limitations by taking control of this existing machinery. Through this process, a lifeless shell with no internal power overcomes one of the most secure and complex systems in nature. The cell membrane acts as a secure perimeter, strictly monitoring and controlling every molecule attempting entry. Scattered across this surface are proteins called receptors. These function as selective docking sites designed to recognize the distinct molecular signatures of useful substances. A virus can only attach if its surface proteins perfectly match the geometry of the cell's receptor. Once connected, the virus anchors firmly, injecting a payload of genetic material directly into the cell's interior. The cell's perimeter was not broken by force, but systematically bypassed through molecular deception, using the cell's own communication system to gain entry. Following the breach, the cell continues functioning normally. The nucleus and mitochondria operate as they always have. Meanwhile, the strand of viral genetic material quietly drifts deeper through the cellular fluid, moving steadily towards the cell's protein-making machinery. These machines, the ribosomes, normally read the cell's DNA instructions to build proteins required for life. This is the exact point of the hijack. The viral code intercepts the ribosome, replacing the original instruction strand. Unable to distinguish the difference, the cell simply reads the new instructions, generating viral proteins instead of normal cellular components. By swapping these instructions, the virus completely converts the host's life-sustaining machinery into an engine for the host's own destruction. This reprogramming happens across the cell as hijacked ribosomes begin the mass production of viral components. These newly manufactured proteins and genetic codes automatically piece together, assembling into fully formed virus particles. The multiplication is exponential. One initial virus becomes dozens, then hundreds, and eventually thousands, filling the internal space. The organized structure that once served the body has been completely repurposed. It is now a highly efficient virus factory. The thousands of newly assembled viruses place immense, unsustainable physical stress on the host cell's membrane. The internal physical pressure builds until the membrane eventually ruptures, a violent action that permanently destroys the host cell. This release sends a massive swarm of viruses back into the bloodstream, where each one begins searching for a new healthy cell. Every newly released virus is equipped to repeat this exact cycle, creating an exponential chain reaction through the surrounding tissue. This single microscopic rupture marks the tipping point where an isolated cellular event escalates into a systemic infection. However, the body launches an immediate counterattack. White blood cells constantly patrol the same bloodstream. Their mandate is twofold: identifying and destroying compromised cells, while coordinating antibodies to neutralize the viral swarm. The outcome of the illness is a biological race between the speed of viral replication and the speed of the immune system's response. A virus possesses no native power. It achieves devastation only through the opportunistic exploitation of our own complex biology. Every infection begins with a single cellular breach, a reminder that nature's most consequential battles occur on a scale invisible to the naked eye.